bottle of water so I can put some Gatorade in this cup here because I got a full.
Currently in Waco, Texas. Just got back from Del Rio.
Nothing but nasty grapes in here. Give me one of those glacier cherries, the new ones. I put them all in that little bag and that thing. Get your nose back. Let me move up so I can get out of this guy's way.
Is somebody behind you right now?
Yeah. He just pulled up.
Where are the glacier cherries at?
In that cabinet right there to your left, in that plastic bag that's right in the front.
Can I have that little bag in there? You don't need to stuff all of them in here.
Alright guys, we are about to go pick up this set of doubles. We just got back from Laughlin about I think I pulled into the yard about 2:20, 2:30-ish. And now we're going back to oh, they went to paper packets? Packet feels weird. It doesn't feel like that aluminum, whatever it is they usually do. So now we're going back to pick up our set of doubles. When I was offloading Laughlin this morning, they called me and asked, or text, but I didn't see the text. So then they called and said, hey, do you want to take doubles to Fort Sam tonight? And this is our time to renew all of our insurance and tags and all that stuff.
Profit.
So we're really breaking even because we have to pay for all that stuff.
Paying to stay alive.
Did that too.
Basically.
Paying to stay alive. So obviously I said, yeah, go ahead. I had extra clothes with me, so I'm okay. I can change my clothes. Haven't sweated that bad.
We won't get home till about 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. But the thing that sucks is that we have to take the toll. Ooh, can I get more water in there? That didn't dissolve very well. See all that in there? Pour a little bit of water in there from the half empty one in the fridge. I think I was drinking out of one. So anyways, at least that allows us to not really stress about not being able to get our tags done. So yeah, insurance this month, down payment was $4,000 or $3,300. I'm sorry, $3,300, and then our tags are going to be $1,300, and then obviously in addition to all the expenses we have to pay, which
Fuel is still over $3.
Fuel is still $3 a gallon plus, and we're barely making over, however we figure it, $2 a mile round trip or $4 a mile one way, whatever you want to say. But all of our expenses are about to go up. So we were just told by the place that I usually buy a lot of my parts and stuff, they're like, hey, if you guys want to buy tires now, you might want to buy tires now because they're going to go up by about $50 to $60 a tire. And we can get a good set of 16 ply. It's called Pearlies, their Indian version. We can get a good set for, I think $280 a piece. And so yeah, those are about to go up. But their drive tires are they're the same price. And they're again 16 ply good tires. Those are about to go up as well. So and all of our parts.
$1 a mile.
Yes. So let's talk about some of the emails that I've gotten recently soliciting us for business. We just got one from CAG, and I don't know if y'all have noticed them. It's Kenneth something group, I believe. I see them all the time. They haul a lot of tankers. Well, I guess they're getting into U.S. mail because they have 40,000 pound U.S. mail loads. They have to have a team. And it's like they're guaranteeing you 9,000 a week. Well, the couple of loads that I do run, I can make about 5,000. If we get what we should be getting, we can make about 7,000 to 8,000.
Yeah, 7,500.
This stuff is taking off again.
And not even close to carrying as much weight as them.
Right, and not carrying 40,000. At max, we're at like 20,000 for the most part. So I did the miles just from Arlington to Atlanta. That's it. Not address to address, but Arlington to Atlanta is 853 miles. One way is and they want to pay $1.75 a mile one way. So they're saying $1,500 one way, $1,500 back. So you reload in Atlanta, you stop in Louisiana, and then you offload in Arlington, and the same process starts over again. So round trip, it's about $350. Let's just say $350 a mile one way, or $1.75 a mile both one way and and then back. So I don't know about y'all. $1.75 miles is not going to cut it, especially when I know my expenses are going up. My insurance went up. My plates didn't go up, but I had to take off my other truck that I have sitting right now. I have to get it repaired, so I'm not going to keep paying the insurance and the plates on it if I can't afford to get it repaired because I'm not making enough money. So we have got to get these brokers away from these $2 a mile. We need to be making $3 to $3.50 a mile. But guess what they're going to try to do? They're going to try to back off on what they pay the transportation companies because their prices are going to go up. Even though they're passing it on to the consumer, their prices are going to go up. So they're going to want to pay us even less. Just make it make sense. I mean, we don't get subsidies. These big companies get subsidies. We don't get subsidies. Anyways, you were going to say something? Yeah, we bust our ass, but I'm not lazy by far, and that's why I chuckle and laugh at people that like to call us steering wheel holders because they've obviously haven't seen any of the videos where I'm offloading 2,000, 3,000. I think the most was recently almost 4,000 pieces of product by hand on shitty ass rollers. So call me lazy all day long. I know I'm not lazy. Or a Fort Cavazos where you're offloading doubles and it's all liquor in both trailers, and it takes you 6 hours to offload. I mean, like literally, I've turned it down ever since because they only want to pay $500 plus $25 to hook up the doubles. So we literally had 2 doubles full of liquor. So we park in the main store parking lot. We unhook the doubles. We take one over to the liquor store. We offload that one. Go back. Take the other one over because there's no place for a 53-foot trailer. It won't fit. So it has to be on doubles. Well, it literally took 6 hours to offload, and this is mainly the reason why. And we'll never do it again. The lady at the receiver lady, manager, whatever she was, I don't even know if she was a manager, she would not allow me to palletize it and push it to the end of the trailer. She would not allow me to use any kind of carts. She said, no, you have to dolly it. So on a dolly, you can get maybe 5 to 6 pieces, or 5 to 6 pieces of garbage, man. 5 to 6 boxes of liquor on a dolly. Doing that with over 2,000 cases of liquor. So I made a complaint with Dafees, and I made him pay me for all those extra hours. It still wasn't enough, but at least I got a little bit more than $500. So anyhow, yeah, just ranting. But we got got to stop letting these companies ramrod us. You got JB Hunts right now that want to offer you $1.25 a mile. You got the Amazons that want to offer you 98 cents a mile. I mean, we've been driving for 12 years, and 9 of those years we've had our own business. I mean, we used to run direct with McLean's, and their loads are actually worse than AFE's loads because their shit's palletized, but half the time they didn't wrap it properly, that it would fall over and you'd have to repalletize it anyways. And Walmart employees don't help. They just stand there and look at you like you're dumb at the end of the trailer wondering what that sound was. So, I mean, and the thing is they have those electric pallet jacks, but they wouldn't allow you to use electric pallet jack. They only allow you to use the regular jack. So yeah, we used to charge them, and I used to charge them $3.50 a mile, plus $50 every stop, plus anything that I had to repalletize. I charge them a repalletize fee. So we gotta stop letting these companies get over. These guys are making bank every year. They're making profits every year while us truck drivers are struggling, and it's not fair. We got to even the playing field, and we got to get these fucking brokers out of the system, because there's no need for a broker at all. No need for a broker. All brokers do is find shitty ass trucks that can't get the job done half the time, and then those of us that are really good at what we do, they want to nickel and dime us for everything.
You're taking 2 cents a mile.
So get this. In after the pandemic, we started running again around October of 22, because we had shut everything down. I was actually brokering my McLean's loads, because we had already been deathly sick. Like before the pandemic even started, we were in December 20th of 2019. My husband and I were so sick that I was supposed to get my son for Christmas, and I couldn't even go get him because I had actually ran a load, and my husband we were doing McLean's, and he was supposed to do another load, and he's like, I can't, I don't feel good. And I was like, okay, well, I went and ran my load, and he stayed home. I called the transportation manager, and I just told him, I said, my husband's sick, he can't even get out of bed. And he even sent me his temperature, and it was like 104.5. And I didn't feel good, but I didn't feel that bad. I didn't feel that bad until like a day later. And so we were literally in the bed for a week. I've never had the flu. Other than like childhood flu, as an adult, I have never had the flu. And I know for a fact it wasn't the flu. I literally felt like I was gonna die. He felt like he was gonna die, but he had a higher temperature than me, so I had to make sure he got in the tub to cool down and all those things that you learn as a parent, trying to get the fever down. And so it was like almost a week until his fever broke. We literally couldn't eat anything. We couldn't move. Everything hurt. Just, it sucked. So anyhow, but we started running back with AFES in October of 22, because they kept calling us like, hey, we need you guys. And so we're like, okay, we'll go ahead and start running. Well, at that time it was $2.30 a mile, so that's one way. So round trip, it's like, we get paid for all miles except for our deadhead from Dallas. And now we're at like 206. And so the thing is that they go based off of, their rate goes based off of fuel surcharge. But we don't get paid fuel surcharge at all. So tell me how you're gonna base your rate off of fuel surcharge when you're not even paying me fuel surcharge. Make that make sense. Anyhow. Let me back, both trailers are right here. Let me back in front of, I don't know, one of them, and I'm pretty sure the reefer is the heavy one, the front one. But we'll find out. Chris gave me his information. Because I need somebody to verify that I haul for APs for that clearance. And I asked him if he would do it, and he said, yeah, for sure. So if y'all don't know, well, y'all don't know because I haven't put a video out yet, I am actually going to be getting out of the truck and I'm going to go ahead and take a security job. It's going to be in Nebraska. And my husband's going to stay here and run the business. And the reason why we're going to do that is just because of the fact that it's been so slow. We just can't make enough money. That'll at least help out. Okay, hold on a second. Get in the truck. Get your bum ass in there. Go in your bed, Bella. No, that's not your bed. Get in the back. In your bed. God dang, girl. Well, that was too soft. Tug is good. Is it live or is it just recording? Oh, it doesn't say live, it just shows it's recording. So we just got the light trailer. We'll park it down here. My husband is gonna hop out whenever he wants to hop out. We got two of the good dollies here that are light. There's only two here that are lightweight, which are. Yeah, I'm just saying. I said whenever you're gonna hop out. So I'm about to drop this one here.
Why are you dropping that one there?
Gonna go back over and pick up. Because it's the light trailer. I'll explain that in a minute. Be right back. Bella, Go sit down.
It's fine, leave her alone. Close the door. Let all the AC out. Trying to air up the whole PC.
Airbags, make it easier to pull out from underneath the trailer. I guess it helps if I turn the brake off. All right. Back up and go back the other way. Oh wait, no, I see an empty space. Suspension back up. Fella, if you don't get so this morning on the way back from Laughlin, I ended up having to go toll 130 the whole way because just off of 410 construction. So today we're going to spend about, I don't know, did you go down toll 130 to, you did not?
I did.
Okay, so it's going to cost about a good $300 today for toll usage. And it's really because we don't have a choice. Unless we want to be stuck in hours of traffic, it would be absolutely ridiculous. And then it's, again, safe for us to do that. Safer. What's up there, old buddy? If you guys are watching right now, make sure you comment where you're from. We do like to meet new people. 9394 is the heavy one. He said don't bring back the 53 footer if it's still down there because it's for a backhaul. If there's a single trailer, we can bring it. If there's doubles, we can bring it. Just don't bring a 53 footer. So when I back up to a trailer, I like to get out, you know, get out and look, because I want to see where my fifth wheel is at. To make sure it's not too high and not too low. All right. Good on this one. Woo, that was a good one. Tug. We're good. Let me go connect it. test. Good. Don't feel too heavy. Alright, so what we do is we park the light trailer first, and then my husband will check the dollies. Obviously, if they have air, great. If not, then I'll have to kind of get as close as I can to where he can put air in to pop the brake on it. He'll roll that into the light trailer. I'll back up to all of that, and then he'll hook it up, put everything together, chain it up, and then I'll back the dolly into the light trailer. You always want to have the heavy trailer right behind the truck. And then your light trailer is your follow trailer. So heavy is your lead, light is your follow. Stop right here. I'm going to get out with you and hold the camera. You didn't stop it, did you?
No, you gotta have this close to that. You need to start filming from the work phone.
Let's see how my husband does this stuff, guys. Go sit down. Anybody else have a anxiety dog? Whew. All right. So these are the dollies that we like because they're lighter. So do you want to try that one first since it's closer to that trailer? He's the Muscle Man, so he's the one that does this part. So lifting, you gotta push the brake in. Yeah, these things are heavy, guys. That's the brake. Oh, good thing there's a little bit of air. He might be able to move it. Doesn't want to move the way it's supposed to. But then again, I'm never over here when he does this part, so I don't really know what it looks like. I'm sure this is...
Just go, oh, why are you swaying?
So it's easier for the AAFES guys because they actually have a little pencil hook on the back of their trucks. That allows them to hook to the front and just drag it wherever they need it to go. Whereas we don't have that, so we have to do it like this. It sucks, but it's required to do the dang job.
there's any lady truckers out here running doubles and you're doing this, I want to see it on video. I want to see you moving the dollars.
Yeah, I don't move it. I know I see a lot of ladies that do doubles, but they don't ever show this.
Like FedEx and all that.
Yeah, already set up for them.
R&L, I think they're already set up.
Yeah, they give us $25 to do this setup.
These yard dogs here, people should be doing it, but they're not.
Yeah, they should. Yard dog guys like to sleep a lot.
But these guys here just sleep.
We catch them like in between the trailers all the time. Like there would be empty a spot, they'll be backed up in there just taking a nap. So he's gonna push it up underneath there, and then I will need to make sure I back up straight enough to ensure that everything's lined up almost perfect, if not perfect. So
is that lined up? Go check it out. Good enough?
Yeah, it's off by like a half an inch, but
Okay.
it's fine.
It will be off by half an inch.
All right, here. You keep your phone. You don't want to put it in the sun, it's gonna get hot.
This is what it is. Now, when you're doing this by yourself, just take off your glove or something and put it right there. And just back up to the glove. That's what I do. When I'm by myself, I just back up to the glove. It's never perfect, but it helps a lot. Set your dolly. So the safety latch here that brings down the top housing. So what I just did there is obviously I set the eye in place here, went ahead and hit the safety latch, brought this down over that, hooked up the safety lines here, electrical line. Now when you want to hook up your hoses, remember there's no air going there, so as soon as you go bring this air to here, this is going to lock in. Watch this. See that? Now this is locked in. Remember, if your valve is horizontal, that's open. T is closed. So now I'm gonna have my wife back in, and once she backs in, I'll hook up the rest of the stuff to the follow trailer. All right. Locked in. Go ahead, hook up your lines. Don't be scared, there's only 3. Electrical, blue, red. The valves need to be horizontal so you can release air to the tanks. Those are locked in. And you gotta wind up your gear. Now, after inspecting your trailers for the 3rd or 4th time, you always want to inspect it more than twice, definitely more than 1 time. Check the tires, check the condition of your trailers. If you see any kind of damage, go ahead and take a picture of that or video that. Make sure your license plates, mud flaps are on your trailers. Obviously check your truck again, even though you've already done a pre-check on your truck. Doesn't matter, check your tires. You never know what happens between here or between your starting point and your destination. So check those, make sure the seals are accurate. And then once again, we're gonna go back and we're gonna look here at the hookups. So this is locked in, it's not going anywhere. We have our safety lines locked in. We have the right air lines hooked up to the right valve. They're open, electrical lines on. Once again, these are horizontal with the stems. These are all you need to do to make sure it's hooked up. Obviously, make sure that your kingpin's locked in. That is it. Now, I'm gonna give you back to my wife here. All right, still live. Here's my phone. I'm gonna go just walk around it.
Again?
Here's the passenger side. So my wife's already done 2 or 3 checks. I'm about to go do a 4th check.
If you guys are leaving comments, we can't see them because we're on the GoPro, so it doesn't give us that option. Let me see. Criminals. Yeah. Hey, Mac. Yeah, we are. Howdy there, Landon. I just opened it up on my phone, so I can see some comments. Mac's watching.
Yeah, number one fan. Mac, you need to get a CDL. Come on out here.
You might need to.
I need you.
All right, so we're all hooked up. Everything was double, triple, quadruple checked.
As always.
And now we're heading down. I looked at the paperwork. It looks like it's only about 16-ish thousand pounds.
Oh, shit.
My dog, she locked me out. So now we're done. We're gonna go through the gate and let's make sure we roll and don't drag anything first. All right, catch up air.
One of the things that you always want to do is even when you're doing your 4-check, go ahead and have your parking brake on your tractor set, but go ahead and release your air brakes for your emergency brake, for your trailer brakes. Go ahead and release that so your tanks can fill up on your trailer, or else you're going to have to wait a couple seconds before you can start moving. Or you'll often, like my wife, confuse that thinking you have an air leak when your tanks are just being filled up.
But sometimes they still purge and you need to tap it. So underneath some of those air tanks, they get full of dust, and sometimes if you just go tap it, you'll see a bunch of dust fall out, and then the air will start building. We didn't know that for a long time, and then the transportation guy in here, he's like, yeah, just go ahead and tap on the that little valve underneath, and then it'll ooh, that's a nice trailer. It should close, and he was right. I'm like, man, we've been doing this for, I think it was like 10, 11 years, and we never knew that. I mean, can't always think you know everything. And always grateful that you learned something new that can help you out down the road. So we filled up. Since we waited for a little while, we got a little lunch dinner. I won't be eating again until tomorrow. But we went ahead and got a little Dave's chicken and sat over there at the QT for a little bit. I know the trailer right behind me kind of, so it doesn't feel too heavy, but it's pulling like it's heavy. Her clipboard to write things down. She's like, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. That DoorDash has her all discombobulated. I was trying to look at the comments.
There's no comment.
Yeah, Mac left a comment. That's how I know he was watching.
Oh, okay.
But it won't let me back. Yeah, I said hi to Landon. I said hi to Landon.
Yeah, oh yeah, Max, I see y'all at it again, yeah.
We're going to Fort Sam.
Oh, my mom's there too.
Hey, Mom. We're good?
Come on, Salah.
Dressing.
She's a manager now, boy. She got little earrings and everything.
I haven't turned your information in yet, but I'm going to. for that job.
But I'm going to.
Yeah, because I haven't really had a chance to email that lady.
Whew.
And then I need to get all my stuff straight first.
Duh,
Like you said.
yeah. Take care of yourself and take care of everybody else.
All right.
You're out here making it down.
Now we got to fight this. So I looked at the traffic going down there, and it looks like even here through Troy and Temple is going to be
It's 5
stupid.
o'clock. What do you expect?
People
This is the worst time to
getting
travel.
in accidents and all kinds of stuff.
Luckily, we're already fueled up.
Yeah, so we fueled up all the way at the QT when we got a little bit to eat. That way we don't have to fuel again until the next load. This will get us all the way home. So anyways, let's just go ahead and recap. With the doubles, you always want your heavy trailer to be the lead trailer behind your truck.
On your drive tires.
And then the lighter trailer is going to be the trailer that follows. And always double, triple check, because you don't want to have these things come apart on the highway.
Well, if you have insurance, you can go ahead and do it if you like.
Yeah, if you want to hurt somebody. Well, there was one time we picked up a set of doubles from Fort Sam. It was empty, thank goodness. But we actually had a tire blow, and we thought it was a trailer tire.
Yeah.
It wasn't a trailer tire. It was actually the dolly tire. And so what they did is they paid us extra. They had us take the whole thing, the dolly and the follow trailer, back to the yard and drop it, and then just bring the single trailer back. But we actually had, it was scary. It scared the heck out of me. I was like, what the heck was that?
And stuff, like, what the heck?
Yeah. So, come on, guys. You guys you're speeding.
This is the best part of going live. You gotta watch her while she drives. It's so funny. All she does is talk shit the whole time.
Yeah, because these people are assholes, man. And they see you're waiting there, and they know it takes you longer to get out into traffic, and they speed on purpose to beat you to nowhere. It just doesn't make sense. All right, guys, I'm getting on. Getting on. Just hold your horses. Hold your little panties. God dang. Yeah, traffic makes me angry. And I don't have road rage where I want to like follow somebody down and like shoot them and shit like that, but I will cuss them out in a heartbeat for sure. And if they flip me off, I'll flip them off right back. I actually really had a truck do that. We were coming back from Oklahoma, and there was traffic on I-35 in Oklahoma. Nothing that I could have done. But this guy got mad because I had to there was plenty of space, so I did not cut him off. I could tell he was trying to speed up to stop me from getting over, but I had to get over because we were merging down to one lane. And, we were merging down to one lane. And so I had to get over. I didn't have a choice. And so then he was stuck behind me for a little bit going in this slow traffic. And I guess it pissed him off. I had just turned off my front camera. But when I got over, when I was able to, he sped past me. And he got right in front of my truck and gave me the finger. I'm like, what's the purpose of that? That doesn't make any sense, guys.
So we were running loads out of Louisiana. We had a contract bringing tanker. What are those tankers called? Tankers.
Oil tankers.
Oil tankers, but anyways,
frac tanks.
Yeah, they're frac tanks. And we were bringing some Actually, I don't know. I think we may have been bobtail. We were bobtailing going towards Louisiana, and this truck pulled. My wife and I were in different trucks. I was in front, she was in back. This dude pulls up next to her, flicks her off. So as he's coming up next to me, I'm flicking him off, and he gets all surprised. And then he gets in front of me and hits his brakes and flicks me off.
Yeah, we were on the phone with each other.
Yeah, you're like, this dude, this asshole right here. And then he noticed that we were together. Oh, I caught him by surprise. It was so funny.
Yeah,
We're just gonna block his ass in.
You had your finger waiting on him.
Oh yeah, I have my hand outside the window just ready for him. Road diaries with the truckers.
Yeah, we got so many stories, it's not even funny. So let me tell you this story. So we were, I had gotten some, well, a friend of ours used to be a salesman. He would buy old oil field equipment and resell it to oil field people. And so he actually put us in contact with the guy that had bought a lot of the equipment so we could transport it from Waco, Texas, and then also from Louisiana. And so all the stuff in Joaquin, I mean, it was horrible condition. The tires needed to be replaced. A lot of the trailers needed to be rewired because the lights didn't work. Brakes needed to be replaced. Just, they were in bad condition. But they bought them anyways. I'm pretty sure he paid like $2,000 a tank. Who knows? So anyways, we have this guy that we find. We actually had found one mechanic who he could only come out and do one or two. And then we actually ended up finding another guy that we had called. We stopped at, it's like a TA now, but it used to be just like a Exxon Shell, but
Kilgore?
Yeah, Kilgore. So we stopped there in Kilgore and had him come change out the brakes because the brakes weren't working on the frac tank, and then he had to change a tire. And so we made friends with the guy, and we're like, hey, look, you know, we have a lot more tanks. We'll pay you to come down there to repair these tanks out the yard. So all we have to do
Make
is
them DOT compliant.
Yeah, all we have to do is haul them from there to Midland, Texas. And he's like, yeah, he agreed. We said, whatever your price is, we don't care. We're not paying for it. The person that bought the tanks is going to be giving us the money to give to him. So he gave us his price. He did quite a few tanks for us. Really good job. We didn't have any issues. I did the rewiring on all the trailers, but he did the brakes and the tires and all that stuff.
Brake changes.
And so he then hires a buddy to come out and help him. And so we trusted the guy because he had already been working on the trailers for about a month. And he hired his buddy, and we had
His buddy needed to do some welding because there was something that needed to be. The brake chamber was like on there where it needed to be welded off.
Yeah.
Cut off. Like, he didn't know how to do that.
So, you know, he's like, okay, I think it was like 2 or 3 trailers that he had to do for the weekend for us, because we were going to be coming back during the weekend to pick some stuff up. And he's like, okay, well, it's going to be like $750, and we're fine. We were fine with it. We gave him the $750, and we left. Well, and the thing is we provided all the parts. We bought all the parts and gave him the parts. And so when we came back, all the parts were sitting at the trailer, but no work was done. And so we started trying to call the guy and like, hey, you know, what's going on? And he goes from that point on and would not answer the phone at all. The gas station that were the trucks that we stopped at in Kilgore, it has like a Denny there. They actually they said they did that. anyways, that's a story. Don't get had. Crazy, crazy times. I mean, you bring a crook into the and then maybe the other guy's a crook too. One of the two. Our the guy that we had the contract gave us the money back. He said hard lesson learned. But yeah, we've done quite a few oil field projects where actually we had to go in and do everything. I brokered a lot, and as I was driving, I was brokering the loads as well because we wanted to get in a timely manner, and with just us running both of our trucks, it just wasn't happening. It wasn't going to happen like that. Brokering